What you're about to see comes from a technical working session between ESGold's geological team and its leadership. The purpose of that meeting was simple: to understand what's underneath the Montauban Project and why recent modeling work changes how the project is viewed. This video breaks that discussion down in plain language, so you can understand what's being shown, what it means, and why it matters. Historically, mining at Montauban focused on relatively shallow depths. Most drilling stopped within about 100 to 200 meters below surface. That means while the project has known mineralization, very little was understood about how deep the system goes, or how far it might extend beyond the old mine area. The first thing you're seeing here is a traditional geological model. This model is built from drill holes, surface mapping, and historical data. It shows where gold, zinc, and silver have already been identified, but only down to depths that were previously drilled. On its own, this kind of model is useful, but it has a major limitation. It can't tell you much about what lies deeper or outside the drilled area. The new work adds a second layer of information. Using advanced seismic data, the team was able to model geological structures down to roughly 900 meters below surface, far deeper than any historical drilling. This doesn't guess where minerals are. Instead, it identifies rock density and structure, which helps geologists understand where mineralized systems can continue at depth. In mining, structure matters because mineralization doesn't occur randomly. It follows pathways, faults, folds, and corridors that allow fluids to move through rock over millions of years. What stands out in this model is how small the historical mine looks compared to the size of the surrounding geological structures. In simple terms, the known mineralization sits inside a much larger system. This top-down view is one of the most important visuals. You can see mineralized rock types extending for kilometers beyond the old mine footprint. Much of this area has never been drilled. That doesn't guarantee results, but it does show continuity, scale, and clear targets that didn't previously exist. It's important to be clear about what this does and does not mean. This model does not replace drilling. Drill holes are still the only way to confirm mineralization. What this work does is reduce guesswork, helping the company prioritize where to drill and why. What makes this moment unique is timing. ESGold is moving toward near-term production from existing tailings, which can generate cash flow. That cash flow can then fund exploration, rather than relying solely on capital markets. In other words, production comes first, and exploration builds on top of it. In summary, this work suggests Montauban may be part of a much larger mineralized system than previously understood. It doesn't promise outcomes, but it provides a clearer framework for discovery. That's why this modeling work is being described internally as a meaningful step forward, and why the next phase of drilling matters.